I had purchased this EF50 f1.4 USM lens, and it's, let me take the caps off here so you can kind of see. I have my neutral density filter on it. Let's take that off. You can see how big it is compared to, this is my macro lens, EF50 f2.5. And you can see a big difference here in the size of the glass. And they're like 30-year-old lens designs. It's nothing that they've come out with just recently, but they're still usable today. The EF50s that they have today optically aren't any better, really. You can buy some real expensive $1,000 ones that have a faster aperture than this 1.4. They make a 1.2, I believe, maybe a 1.0, an EF50 1.0, something like that, but they're humongous and they're expensive. So these are the two lenses I was trying because they're relatively inexpensive, something to play around with. But I know on my gimbal I've got to put it on electronic stabilization in order to have a smooth video. So that's what we're going to do on this walk. I'm going to try a few things, see if it's even possible to shoot at f1.4. Gives a very narrow depth of field. You can see in the picture here probably the foreground is all blurry. I got it focused on the field in the background there. I kind of know where I have to turn the focus dial, so in focus and infinity. It's on a mark just a little bit further back. Hope it doesn't rain on me here this morning. Waiting for the sun to pop out, and I don't think it's going to. We're running a, let's see here, 640th of a second. So that gives me around ISO 100. I'm just running auto ISO. So I'll never know for sure. Looks like there's a tree in the background. Need to remove. My wife said to wear shorts, so I put my shorts on. I put my lightest shirt I own on, and I'm getting a little cool. I'm hoping it's not too muddy. You can see the tracks coming in from the dirt road here. We'll find out. Yeah, let's try our post here. I'm just gonna go down with my gimbal instead of moving the actual gimbal. So it may lose focus here at the bottom, we'll see. Well, I slipped it on automatic focus here. We'll just see what it does. There's that field. Made it look like a wheat field in my picture. Got some comments. But you can see some strips here where they didn't quite get it here with the spray. Yeah, I don't know why it made me decide to get this lens, but it kind of intrigued me. It's the cheapest 1.4 lens you can get. And I was running the EF50 f2.5 macro, and just about a week ago in my video there, you can see it on my channel. And you know, this lens almost gives you 2 more stops of light. So oh, let's investigate that, see how we can isolate the subject with a video or a lens length that's still doable on my gimbal here. So here the autofocus is doing a good job keeping the post in focus and letting the background go soft. Let's try that as I walk around it, see if it can maintain focus as I walk around and then back away from it. See if this R8 can keep it in focus. It looks like it's tracking it okay. See if it can maintain that tree. Oh, we just lost it, I think. But it's such a far distance, it's probably okay. Okay, to accomplish this shot, I didn't rely on the camera to focus on my eyes since I was walking away from the camera for a little bit there. I focused on the wall here, on a certain part of the wall, and that's where I sat down. So now you can see what kind of background defocusing this can happen at 1.4. When I got the lens yesterday, I had to go up to Emporia, about 70 miles away, and I thought, well, when I'm in town there, I want to try it out. So I decided to go to the zoo there. The guy I bought the lens from said she got married at the zoo. So, oh yeah, let's do that. I haven't been there. I tried to shoot through the wire that they had up at the zoo with this lens. I was trying it in automatic focus mode at around f2, f2.2. It just did not work. For wildlife, you really need a telephoto. Maybe this will work for if you had kids at the zoo and you're trying to get the reactions from them instead of the animals. I think it would be a better. But I was always trying to shoot through this chain link type fence, and sometimes I could defocus it enough, and you'll see some pictures here. Or I came up to some glass and I was able to get some views of some animals through the glass. And I didn't have a polarizer on it. Right now I have a 3-stop neutral density, and that's what I had on it at the zoo. And I found out, I stopped along the way at Elmdale, the old trading post there. The building, the original one's all fallen down, and so I stopped there to get some pictures of it. And I was shooting some of that at f2, and I found out that even at f2 you can get most of the building in focus. Now the railroad car behind it becomes slightly softer, which is fine. I was concentrating on the building itself, and it worked fine at f2, which really surprised me. But here's a picture of the sign, and you can see the post and the bottom of the sign is in focus, but the top of the sign is out of focus. That's kind of the limitations there. I was a little closer to the sign than I was the building when I shot everything. I just let it focus on the part I wanted it to and just shot away. Well, as we make our way forward here, I want to say too that this lens is only 10 grams heavier than the EF50 f2.5 macro. I still love that lens. You know, I might keep it and get rid of this one. I might keep both of them. I don't know. This is kind of a neat lens to play with though. One thing they complain about this lens, especially wide open, is some of the color fringing. So the camera takes care of some of those aberrations automatically, even in the video mode. It does have a little bit of barrel distortion, and the camera does not correct for that. I think that no trespassing sign that's seen its better days. See the rat nest down there? Kind of a funny looking tree and log, and then they stuck the paint on it. I wonder how many years that paint's going to be there. As we go here, I focused on that cottonwood tree in the background. See if I can do a side movement here. See if I can maintain focus on that. The sun's wanting to come out. Uh-oh, I smell a skunk. How come it is when you smell a skunk, you keep sniffing to verify that you smelled a skunk? Now we're coming up to the mud puddle. Can this thing handle? Make it focus on the foreground there, or the background. And then let's go down to the foreground there. Doesn't seem to have much focus breathing. Better than I anticipated. Let's get a little closer here. Let's pop it back up. You know, this rope down here is just about getting buried. When a rope grader goes by, covers it up, you know. Well, look what I found down there in the ground. I think I got a whole box of them, but I'll take them anyway. Now, when I took a picture of that clip, I could not get the autofocus to focus on that clip. I had to manually focus it. And then I just stuck it out in front of the lens. Just moved my hand back and forth to where it was in focus. So it's kind of a manual lens in some ways, but that's okay. It's like what we did with photography years ago. You know, everything was manual. You set it like you wanted it and left it. Last night I was just sitting in our back porch there, and I was shooting pictures, and it was getting really dark inside. And you could shoot at f1.4 at 50th of a second and ISO 800, come away with a really decent picture. And you can take video at that rate too. It's amazing what these cameras will do. Here's the beautiful pasture. Birds soaring up there. One thing you do run into when you use electronic stabilization, and I keep forgetting to turn it off when I do close-ups, but when you move that camera back and forth or up or down, you can get some wobble effects. It's just trying to correct the perspective a little bit and the movement of the background or the foreground. It just doesn't really like that. So I've really got to work on knowing when to turn that off. Uh-oh. Sounds like the cop got somebody. Got a blue Mustang yesterday. Oh, that's on Highway 50. I thought it was in front of me. It's on Highway 50. Got a blue Mustang yesterday on our back road here. Blue Mustang with white stripes. Well, let's do a test here without the electronic stabilization on. I'll just do a quick 10-second. Then I'll turn it on. Okay, this is with it turned on. See how the little jitters straightened back up even on my gimbal here. The gimbal is just not perfect enough to handle that. Now if the camera weighed 10 pounds, it probably would be. I'm not going to carry a 10-pound camera in weight. autofocus and just see. Put it in the middle here. See if it can keep up. It's pretty low contrast. Haven't been able to walk across here for, oh man, a long time. Well, thanks for coming on the walk with me and testing out this lens. Well, I think I'm going to really enjoy this lens. I love the narrow depth of field. It makes one go back to the manual things, the way we used to do it in camera work. Set your focus, get what you want, and go on with it. It's not for fast action. This is just for my nature walks. You know, you can see in the trees a little smearing, like it's not quite in focus, although I think I got the focus right. It's just that wide open this lens exhibits that characteristic, and that's what makes it unique when you run it wide open.